This is the SAU Report, a program featuring interviews with the faculty, staff, students, and alumni of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of the SAU Report. I'm Kezzie.
And I'm Tracy Campbell. Today we'll be talking with Jennifer Davis and Kelly Thomas. Both are beginning freshmen at SAU. We'll be discussing the transitions to college life, the events on campus, and the issues that concern them. Jennifer, let's start with you. Where did you attend high school and where are you from?
I grew up in Atwater, California, and I came to Waldo, Arkansas in my 10th grade year, and I finished high school there.
Okay.
I'm from El Dorado, Arkansas. I attended El Dorado High School. We had about 1,700 students, and there were 360 in my graduating class. It's a pretty big high school.
Big class.
Okay, what activities were you involved in high school?
There wasn't many activities at my school because it was a small school, but I was in the Black Student Union, FBLA, and FHA.
Okay, Kelly?
I was on the yearbook staff, which is the Wildcat staff at El Dorado, the newspaper staff for the High Gusher. I was a member of Anchor Club, which is a service organization, the Future Homemakers of America, and a member of Seekers, which is the environmental club.
I'm sure at both points, both of your lives, there was some point when you just really, you both knew that you wanted to go to college. What point in your life was that, Jennifer?
I always wanted to go to college, but unfortunately after I got out of high school I couldn't attend, so now I'm getting back into it and hopefully I can finish.
Kelly?
My parents didn't ever get to attend college, so I was always really interested in attending college, and they always really wanted me to go. But it wasn't until about my 11th grade year when I really started taking the ACT and SAT and really buckling down on my studies and deciding where I wanted to go, filling out applications.
Jennifer, I know that you worked before you began attending this semester. How did you find the transition of leaving your job, the job world, to becoming a full-time student? Was it difficult or was it easy?
It was pretty easy. At first I thought I was going to have to go through the week attending school and trying to go to work all in the same day, but the people at the school and at my job helped me make a schedule where I could go to school through the week and have my job on the weekends.
Good.
When did y'all both find out about Southern Arkansas University? I know if you live kind of, in the vicinity of the school, that you can't help but to know that the university is here. But what made you both decide to come here, Kelly?
Well, it's close to home, for one thing, and I won't have to leave it's not as hard leaving your parents. Right. I mean, I'm the only child in my family, and so, when I left, Mom and Dad were, really sad that their little girl was going off to college, growing up. And plus, it's kind of a small school. The classrooms aren't just huge, so it's not, you're not walking in this classroom where you don't know anybody. I walk in the classroom, I see friendly faces and smiles, and it's a lot easier and it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, and that's important, being at a friendly campus, somewhere that, that is close to home if you, real close to your family. And so, and I can understand that because I'm from probably 30 minutes away, Spring Hill, Louisiana. And, it's good being close to you. I'm real close to my family, and I hate, being at a larger school. I like being right here at a small campus where there's a lot of friendly people and the classes are small and you get to know pretty much everybody on campus.
Hey, Jennifer, I know that you don't stay on campus, so what are the what do you think is best about? Do you want to stay on campus, or what do you think there are any disadvantages to staying off campus?
Well, I stay maybe about 1.5 miles away, and I'd rather stay off campus where I could do everything. I think if I stayed on campus, it'd be hard for me to get around town and stuff, but since I stay around town, I'll be closer to there than school.
Did either of you attend any events or tour the campus before enrolling at SAU?
I did. I toured the campus with my roommate, I guess about in the middle of July. And that was when I really knew that this is where I wanted to go, because everyone was so friendly. I got introduced to a lot of professors, the dean and everything. And
Sure. And Jennifer, did you tour the campus, or is this your first time?
No, I know a lot of people that go here, and I've come to SAU just to visit people throughout the years I've been living in Arkansas, so I already knew kind of like what it was about and stuff.
What made you decide that SAU was really the place you wanted to go this semester?
Really, it was just convenient for me. I didn't want to go off to college because I have kids, and it was close to home. I live 7 miles from here, and so it was very convenient for me to come.
Kelly, what made you decide you wanted to come?
Well, it's close to home, just like Jennifer said, and just like the small classrooms and everything. I feel at home here, and there's plenty of people I can go talk to if I have any problems, and everyone's willing to help you out.
Yeah.
Kelly, do you have a campus job or a part-time job around Magnolia?
Yes, I have both. I work on the Bray here at SAU. I do the advertising sales, and I just recently got a job at Steve's Marine doing some. I do their advertising, and I answer the phones and file things and do the mail. And my bosses, they're really lenient. They know school comes first, so it doesn't really take away from my studies or anything. I mean, they know if I have a test, that I don't need to work, all night that night or real early before the test.
Sure. And Jennifer, you work?
Yes, I work part-time at Burger King. I've been there for almost 2 years, and my supervisor helped me come to college because she helped put me on the schedule for weekends, and she was real nice about that.
Does it cut into your studies at all, or
No.
you pretty much know how to balance your time?
Yes, I do, because I have the rest of the day after. I only come from like 8 to 12, and I have the rest of the day to study.
That's good.
Do you think that SAU has done enough to make freshman students feel welcome here?
I do. A lot of the RAs just, go out of their way just to, let you know that they're there for you. My RA is Lori Winchester, and, she'll always come by and check on you, make sure you and your roommate are getting along. If you need anything, she'll ask you how classes are going, just anything, just to make you feel like, there's somebody that cares and there's somebody there if you need anything.
I like it because they had little activities for the freshmen, and it gave me a chance to meet some of the students that I'm going with and some of the staff members that I don't know, like teachers that I don't have. It gave me the chance to meet them.
I know as freshmen, it's hard to get involved with a lot of activities because after you make that transition to campus life and to the university, you spend a lot of your time just preparing for class and kind of, getting in the swing of things. But do either of you find time to get involved with any activities on campus? Jennifer?
I haven't had the chance to get involved in any of them yet, but hopefully between now and when I graduate, I want to get more involved.
And Kelly, I know you work for the Bray and you have a part-time job, but are there any other activities that...
Yeah, I'm a White Carnation for the Phi Lambda Chi fraternity.
Okay, are there, do you think SAU offers enough activities for students to be involved in?
Well, since I just started, I really don't know what's going on around here, but they showed me a list of the organizations, and it was like 90-something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's something for everyone here, and I plan to get involved in something.
And they do really good with putting up the, the posters about there's such and such meeting tonight, and the ADAPT, learn about ADAPT and things like that. They do really good of, letting you know that you can get involved and that you're welcome.
Kelly, you live on campus, right? Do you have any complaints or praises? Tell a little about dorm life.
Well, a good thing about it is that you get to meet so many people. When you're moving in, you meet so many people, and that's where I met a lot of my friends. And I think sometimes you can miss out on some of the activities if, when you're not staying on campus. But a disadvantage of it is people coming in at all hours of the night, slamming their doors, using the bathrooms, waking you up, turning their music up loud, not getting any sleep.
Jennifer, you live off campus, right? What about the cafeteria food? I know you hear the complaints every semester about, the food is not good, or tell us a little about that. Are you satisfied with the food on campus, or?
It was good the first day, and then they, kept reheating it, and it's, I don't know, it's okay. The ice cream's really good.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's
ice
always a
cream.
plus.
And the sandwiches are really, the sandwich stuff's fresh. Stuff like that's good.
Both of you do have vehicles on campus, I assume. What about parking? That's another. I know that's another complaint that, you know, frequent complaint. But do y'all both have trouble parking? Now, you living on campus, I know you can leave your car and pretty much walk wherever you need to go, but what about you?
No, I choose to walk. I park anywhere, and I need the exercise, so I just choose to park wherever I can find a place and just walk to my classes.
So you usually arrive a little early?
Yes.
So, for class.
I know that, you know, you haven't been here that long, but what are some of the things that you heard about SAU before you began attending that it might have been a misconception? Have you heard about any misconceptions?
I heard
about
that the teachers didn't really care and that you had to go your own way. But I came to find out that a lot of my teachers act like they really do care. They are always talking to me and trying to help me.
Kelly, have you had any misconceptions about SAU?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course there were people that had attended before me that were like, well, if you don't go to class, they're going to drop you from the roll the first day. And, you know, try to scare me real bad and everything. And I get here and everybody's really friendly, really nice, make me feel at home.
Jennifer, have you had any upsetting incidents since you've been here on campus? Anything that's just really got to you, or just something that, you know, didn't set right with you?
No, I haven't came across nothing that upset me.
Okay. Kelly?
Well, the first few weeks were just terrible. I lost a family member and a dog, and then my car broke down, and I mean, things just started, just one after another, just started going wrong. It was terrible.
And everything's back on track now.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, Jennifer, being a minority student, how do you feel about multicultural service and their activities?
I attended the minority meeting, which I thought was good the very first day that I came to SAU. And they were talking about different organizations to get into and people I could talk to. And I met some of the other minority students. And I think it's a good idea to have a minority. Sometimes.
What activities did you attend?
I hadn't attended really in just the minority meeting.
Just the meeting, okay. What activities do you suggest they do on campus?
I really don't know what kind of activities they do, but I think they could do things like Apollo Night or have rallies and dance contests or anything.
That would probably be real popular with the students if they did, you know, increase their activities. How do you both find how do you find the dating scene on campus, Kelly?
Gosh, well, in high school, you know, it was always a big deal if you had a boyfriend, if you had a date to homecoming or formal or anything, you know, and all the girls are just stressing out, nobody's asked me yet, but here it's just kind of like, you know, everybody's just friends with everybody, and, you know, and you just hang out with everybody, and it's not just such a big, you know, there's not as much emphasis on it as it was in high school, and no one's asked me out yet, but, you know, hopefully I'll meet somebody soon.
Sure. I guess, what is the biggest difference that you both see between, I guess, the transition from high school to college? What's the biggest difference between high school and college?
In high school, in a way, it seemed like the teachers were more caring, and in college, sometimes there are big classes where the teacher doesn't know you. Like, I'm in my math class right now, and I really don't think my teacher knows who I am or what my name is, because it's kind of big. But like in high school, there were smaller classes, and you could go to the teacher and talk to them.
Kelly, what about you?
Well, in high school, you have, you know, somebody making you get up and go, and in college, it's all up to you. If you don't get up and you miss your classes, you know, you miss out, and eventually, you know, you get dropped. And I mean, that's just, you know, every morning Mom would be like, Kelly, get up, it's time for school, and I don't have anybody doing that now. You know, I've got to grow up and make my own self get out of bed.
I know there are some professors that kind of rub you in the wrong way, but in general, how helpful do you find the faculty and administration here at SAU?
I've talked to a lot of different people about things they didn't know nothing about, and they went out of their way to find out the answers for me. So I think they're real helpful, and they act real nice.
Kelly?
All my professors are really, you know, they have the open door policy. You know, anytime I have a question about an assignment, I'm welcome to come by their office and ask them. I have their home phone numbers, their office numbers. You know, if they're not in there and I leave a message, they always call me back. I mean, it's really, you know, they're really helpful and really friendly.
Do you have any that you feel are unfair or grade too harshly?
The math class is the grading scale is kind of weird. In high school, a 70 to 79 was a C. Well, if you make below a 75 on an exam or test, and in my algebra class, it's considered failing. And you have to pass the whole class with, above a 75% average. So, that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, that is.
And something different for me was my English teacher. She says that she doesn't give tests and that she grades us through writing to see if we've learned how to write better or whatever. And so I find that an advantage.
Yeah.
Have either of you declared a major yet, or do you have some direction as to what you want to do with your life, Kelly?
I'm going to go into some kind of journalism. I took journalism for 4 years in high school, and I don't know if it's going to be any news writing or broadcasting or, even advertising. Just,
I plan to major in social work.
Social work. That's a good field to be in. Are either of you taking classes yet that go towards your major, or what classes are you taking, Tracy?
Unfortunately, I've been out of school for 4 years, and I had to start fresh with fundamental classes and college reading. I'm taking one activity and wellness class.
Kelly?
I'm just taking mainly some general classes right now. There's one class that is just the best class that you could take. It's called Encore. And it's just, people, it's a singing and dancing class, and it's just so much fun. And it kind of relieves the stress from the day. Like, say you have a test in the morning, you go to Encore, and you just, have a good time. And
Tell a little about Encore. What does Encore do? And do y'all travel to different schools, entertaining? Or?
We performed at the Freshman Steak Dinner. That was our first performance. And it was a pretty big hit. I think everybody kind of enjoyed it. And right now we're working on a few routines to take to some high schools. And I don't know if I don't know how far we travel. I mean, I'm sure we'll go to the ones in Magnolia, probably Waldo, maybe even El Dorado, but I don't know if we'll go,
Have you traveled to any of the high schools?
Not so far.
I bet that's popular among the students, at the high schools when you show up and you're singing and dancing. I bet they really enjoy that.
Jennifer, what activities would you like to be involved in?
I'd probably like to be in Baptist Student Union or the Genesis Choir, or maybe even Encore or Impact.
Okay. What activities would you like to be in?
Well, I'm thinking about joining a sorority next semester. I'm getting to know some of the girls, and I want to get on the yearbook staff. I missed that from high school. That was one of the. I'm doing stuff for the paper right now, but I really missed the yearbook.
Okay.
Do both of you think that you will finish college at SAU, or transfer somewhere else? Jennifer?
I plan to stay here and finish college here. Like I said, it's more convenient for me, and that's probably what I plan to do.
And Kelly?
I really haven't decided yet. I know I'll probably be here for at least 2 years, and then I may transfer to Jonesboro, Arkansas State. They have a really good journalism program up there, and I have a lot of friends up there. And I may need a change or something. I just haven't really decided yet.
What about, I guess, when classes are not in session, do the both of you have a pretty avid social life, like on weekends and after hours? Kelly, what do you do on weekends?
Sleep. Definitely. Catch up on my sleep. It gives me a time to relax, go home, do some laundry.
Visit with the family.
Get a home-cooked meal.
Sure.
Visit with everybody.
Jennifer?
I spend most of my time with my kids, and like I said, weekends I go to work.
Do you find it hard to go to college and have a family?
I thought it was going to be hard at first, but I have a lot of people helping me, and I don't find it that hard.
I guess what are both of y'all? What are y'all's career goals? What do you see yourself in 10 years?
Probably, hopefully, making a lot of money in the social work field.
Sure.
That's about it. With the big house, cars, and not a worry in the world about money.
I'd love to say that I want to drive a BMW and have a Mercedes on the side, but I just want to be comfortable, you know. I mean, have a good job that I can enjoy and not have to dread getting up and going to work in the mornings. And, you know, have a country home, you know, a small, cozy, you know, house with maybe even a tin roof so that at night when it rains, you hear the rain on the tin roof.
When both of you do graduate, do you plan to pursue a higher degree, or do you want to go straight into the job world?
Just really depends on if I, you know, if I change my major or, you know.
Okay,
I
Jennifer.
agree with Kelly. If I might not decide to be a social worker by 4 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Are there any role models that you have, Kelly, that may help you reach your career goals?
Well, my journalism teacher, Fran Carruthers from El Dorado High School, really helped me get interested in journalism in high school. And, you know, I was just so excited when I went to class every day because, you know, there's something new that I got to learn, like whether it was developing film or printing pictures or selling ads or yearbook layout, just anything. And she really, you know, got me interested in it, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Tell us a little about the things you did when you were on the high school paper staff. What were your duties?
I was the business manager for the paper. I sold the ads, which made the money for our paper to come out and be printed. I drew them up on the light table that we had. It was before they had the computerized system where you could just, you know, stick it in there and just move a little mouse. You know, it was a lot more complex than that. And I did all the tear sheets and the bills, things like that. You know, build them and kept good records.
Did you sell more advertising to your, I guess, when you're on high school paper than you do for the college paper? Were there more people willing to
Yes, there were
support
more.
the students?
Yes.
Or?
There were. I've had trouble with the advertising here on the Bray. Getting the people to advertise. A lot of them are real interested in just doing it for, you know, the local newspaper instead of with the.
What kind of, I guess, excuses do they have, or legitimate reasons for not advertising?
I had one the other day. Don't call me, I'll call you. And so I waited on her call and she never did. A lot of them just say that they're not interested right now, or they've advertised in the athletic program, you know, things like that.
Would you, if you had to encourage someone to go, say a relative to come to SAU, what would you tell them?
I hadn't learned much about SAU yet, but maybe in the future years I can learn and recommend it for people. So far it seems like a pretty good school, and I'd like to see some of my friends or relatives come.
Overall, do y'all find that SAU is a friendly campus? And I'm talking not only staff, faculty, administration, I'm talking students too. Kelly?
I do. I mean, you know, when I'm going to class, I've never had somebody just walk by me and just look at me. You know, everybody's like, hey, how are you today? And, you know, no matter who it is, everyone's real interested and, you know, they always see a smile on somebody's face and, you know, brighten your day.
Sure. And let's...
I agree with Kelly that I met a lot of new people here from different places, and they're real friendly and they're easy to talk to.
Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate SAU and why? Jennifer?
Well, like I said, I haven't been here long, but if I had to
For
choose...
the month that you've been here, tell us.
Okay, if I had to choose for the month, it would probably be about an 8.
And why is that? Why not a 10?
Well, it could be a 10, but I guess an 8 because I haven't been here that long. But I say because of how the staff are to you, and the computer commons gives you a chance to go anytime in there when you want to go and work on computers. I'm not real good with computers, but since I've been here, I've learned a lot just by myself, just going in there playing with the computers. A lot of different things to do.
I guess just attending the classes takes off 2 points on the scale, right? Anyway, so Kelly, what about you?
I'd give about a 7. You know, take off for the parking and some of the food, and being woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's understandable. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us in this edition of the SAU Report. I'm Tracy Campbell.
And I'm Kezzie Rudd.
Thanks for watching.
The SAU Report is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.